Welcome back to my backyard. In the previous video, I poured and finished the concrete in my small house space where I did like plumbing, brought my plumbing in. It's all the plumbing underground work is what it's called. And so now I'm ready to start framing up the walls. So that's what we're going to do during this video. We've got a little bit of cleanup to do first, so we're going to start there and then move on to the framing. Tool belt on. When I'm doing something like this, I like to wear my tool belt. That way all my hand tools are readily available to me. Make sure it's tight because I got all this weight of these tools in here, my hammer in the back, and so it'll actually fall off and pull my drawers down with it if I don't have this really tight. So I have to really cinch this tight here. All right. 7 foot 5 inches. Yeah. All right. So that's 7 foot 5 inches here, 7 foot 5 inches over there. So that squares me up in this room. And laying this bottom plate helps me see where I need to build my tees. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, the idea of a tee is one wall tees into another wall. So what you want to do is you want to have stud, block, stud, and that way, if I can get this up in here, let me actually get this in position and I'll explain it. Alright, so the idea here is I have a stud on that side of the wall, so my drywall that comes across here can nail against this stud. I have a stud on this side of the wall, so any drywall coming across here can nail against this. And then this wall can actually get nailed back, the stud on the end can get nailed back into these blocks, thus creating a secure connection between the two walls. Helps stabilize this wall right here. So that's the idea. I will toe nail my stud in at the bottom and top here, nail back into these blocks from the other stud there, and then that tee is done. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Should probably wear my safety goggles while I'm nailing. As I've said, I'm very tight in space in here. I've got these pallets stacked in here that I need to tear apart to create more room. I've got all my wood from where I tore those walls apart sitting on the floor right here. I got a little bit of walk space there where you see my compressor. And then I'm building a wall next to that. And then I got my bathroom space in there where I have my sawhorses set up to hold some of my wood as I work with it. I need to build a jack, or a tee rather, on this wall over here. Now if you look just behind it, let me, maybe I'll zoom out a little bit and just walk over there. Let me show you. Right here, I've got a little wall that I furred out because originally, and why I cut this trench in right here is I was going to bring the sewer line up to the second floor and put a half bath in. And I decided to not put a half bath in upstairs, which means I don't really need this wall furred out. So I may just demo this wall. And then that gives me 2 more studs that I can use to build my tee with. I can cut some blocks out of, I got one here, cut some blocks up, and then put those in my wall as well, or in my tee. I need 3 blocks for my tee, so. Looks like I do have a couple studs over here in the corner I forgot about, so I can always use those too. I think that's what I'll do. I'll start by using those studs over there. So I gave it a flat surface here. Get on the other side of it here. Give a flat surface here to work off of. And then what I did when I nailed the first one up is I took this block and I made it flush with the end. And that way when I went to the other side, I know that these 2 studs are exactly the same height from each other. They're even, they're level across here, so they'll fit into the wall fine because it's just level all the way across. Then the middle one's just randomly somewhere in the middle. I don't have to measure, it doesn't have to be exact. Again, it's just so I can nail through the stud of my wet wall here into this other wall, opposing wall, so that they're all tied in together. And you'll notice on this end, if I get it around here, that block's not even at all, because that's okay. It doesn't have to be right at the end. Again, I only made it flush on one end just so I can make both studs perfectly even with each other. So now, I'm ready to try to fit this into the wall. Jacks. This is called a jack. This is for a door jamb. Notice one board's a little bit shorter. You have a header that goes in across here. And then this will be your door opening inside the jack. Stud on the outside. So it's jack stud, and that's why we call these jacks. And I need two of them. Here. There's my door opening. That's how it's done, people. This is not the proper way to frame in a wall. But I don't have the space to show you. I would frame it on the floor and then stand it up and level it. That's it. This wall is complete. I'll move some things around. I gotta build this short wall in here for this other wet wall over here. Alright, ready to get started on this little shower wall right here that divides between the shower and where the washer and dryer will sit. Alright. So what I've created here is an oval, and I did that because this wall might need to shift, and with a little hole and a big hole like that, it's going to kind of lock this in right where I drill those holes. So I want to make this one more oval shape, and that way I have room to move around the little pipe and I can pivot on the big one. So hopefully this will work. Holes. That is my wall. Now if it moves, I have it marked. I can make those adjustments. Alright. 14, 28, and one on the end. So there, side of the X. This, and then Alright, this is how I normally lay out a wall. This is my top plate. I'll lay my studs out where they belong based on how I marked my layout. And then I've got so much stuff in here. Oh. Then I'll nail it all together, stand it up, and move it into place. All right. Wall secure. Last thing I have to build downstairs is I've got to put a curb in right here for my shower, which is just 2 pressure treated 2x4s. I'll nail one to the concrete and then the other one to the top of the bottom one, and then that's it. That's my curb. My liner will come over that and then tile over top of that. So let me do that. Can't nail these in because I don't have my pass loader to nail into the concrete. Can't seem to find it. So I have to locate it or else buy a new one. I'll nail that plate down over there, this plate and this one, as soon as I get my pass loader back. Forgot to turn my camera on. I started the demo up here, so I pretty much got this cable right here pulled out of the little wall that separated the half bath from the closet, and I've got most of the wall demoed that is between them. And as soon as I finish the demo, I've got 2 studs here I'm pulling out of that wall that I can cut down to size. They'll fit inside this doorway, and then that's it. Demo's done. Really easy to do up here. So what I did, measured the top there, see where my blocks fell in my header, and I'm on 12-inch centers. So I just came down here, I'm marking the bottoms, I'll line the tops with the blocks at the top, and then I'll cut my joist to length, or studs rather, to length. Battery's about to die, so I'm gonna stop it. I'll just do a little shoot here as soon as I'm finished. All right, so in closing here, here's this wall all boarded up, closed off that doorway that was there. Let me move the camera over. You can see the work I did inside here. So there was a T right here, pipe up there, ran down the angle of the ceiling here, and then down this wall, and all this was framed in, and there was some electrical wiring in the wall. I pulled this box out and jacked it up a little bit, pulling it out. It should still be usable though. Also, this box right here will have to get moved, but I'll let the electrician do that. So having this done and all that downstairs stuff, we're actually ready for our electrical and plumbing rough-in. So I'm excited. That is the next step. Once we get those inspections, then we can do insulation, inspection, and then start closing things in. So very excited. So thanks for joining me in this video. Stay tuned for more updates and future videos. If you like what you see, like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, and that will alert you when I post future videos. Thanks for watching.